What's going on, guys? We are Tottenham TV here, and we are previewing another video, the New Year's Day clash against Southampton, 8 St Mary's at 3 o'clock. It's going to be the first game of the year, another away game, and it's not going to be an easy game. I said the Norwich game wasn't going to be an easy game. I said that their position is a false position, but Southampton are actually a team in decent form at the moment. Ever since they lost 9-0 to Leicester at home, they haven't lost too many games. I think it's only a couple of losses since then. They've had some big results, most notably drawing away Arsenal. How big a result that is remains to be seen, and beating Chelsea 2-0 in their last away game shows the threat they pose. They actually seem to be a bit better away from home. They are at home. They have quite a few threats going forward, with Danny Ings, especially one of the top goal scorers, very surprisingly, in the Premier League. There's always been a good player in there, but he's a player who's been dogged by injuries in recent seasons, but now he's fully fit and you can see what a player he is on his day. 11 Premier League goals already this season. That's more than Harry Kane, playing in a struggling Southampton side as well. So big credit to him. They've also got pace on the wide areas in Nathan Redmond and Gineppo or Stuart Armstrong, who they might play on the right hand side, with a midfield two of Højbjerg and Ward-Prowse, which have the dual ability of having hard graft and good technical ability as well. So that won't be easy to battle against. And given their good form and our poor away form as well, this isn't going to be an easy game. And considering the upturn in results ever since Jose Mourinho has come into Spurs, the away performances haven't improved so much. In our 4 games away from home, we've beat West Ham 3-2, which was a decent performance, although we let it slip near the end to concede 2 goals. We lost to Man United 2-1. We beat Wolves in an unconvincing performance 2-1, and we drew to Norwich 2-2. So in those 4 games, performances away from home are still a big question mark for this team. And I think we can't take any win from home for granted at the moment. We're kind of struggling to put in those dominant performances away from home, albeit in the second half against Norwich. I feel like we did dominate the ball, and I feel like Norwich had no chances. We were unlucky to concede with no shots, but we were unlucky to concede after conceding no shots in that second half. We ended up conceding a goal. We conceded more goals than shots in the second half against Norwich, which is a ridiculous stat. But with there's no team who's been released yet from the club that I've seen, but we know that Sissoko's back and Wink's back in the centre. I'm hoping he sticks to Tongi and Ndombele, because he showed against Norwich, especially in the second half, what a quality player he is. And he's the only real central midfield player we have who could really take the game by the scruff of the neck, could really control the pace of the game, really dictate how the team is set up. He's the one who has confidence to kind of turn on the ball, look up and find those little passes, and to actually break the lines of the defence. And we're going to need that in this game, because Southampton are probably going to see a point as a good result, and that's going to be a struggle for us to kind of manage that, because against Norwich, once they sat 10 men behind the ball, we did struggle a bit to break them down. But we do have a decent record at St Mary's. I know we lost their last season, but I think ever since they come up to the Premier League, we've won each game apart from last season. So I think we have a very good record, especially Harry Kane has a great record against Southampton. I think he's going for 7 consecutive goals against Southampton this game if he scores. So he's one obviously to watch out for. He's probably hoping to continue his good form against those guys. But under Hasenhüttl, they have upped their game recently. They didn't press the panic button when they very easily could have many times this season. Southampton, they let Hasenhüttl figure out what the problem was. They let him coach his way out of trouble, and since he's kind of gone to a 4-4-2 or 4-2-2-2, whatever we like to see it, they've improved markedly. And even against Chelsea, they rested Ings and they rested a few other players, and they ended up winning 2-0, even resting players. And Hasenhüttl said that previously the Leicester 9-0 defeat was a massive turning point, and he said that before that game we were playing like a relegation side, and now we're playing like a Premier League side. So this is not a match to be taken lightly. Any away win, I think we've got to take at the moment, because we're really not putting the performances away from home that are convincing at all. But I think Norwich, although we only got a draw, I think in terms of how we performed, it was a bit of a step in the right direction away from home, and in terms of stamping authority on the game and dominating the ball and giving the opposition as least chances as possible. Although we only end up drawing, we were probably a bit unlucky to draw, although some argue we were unlucky to win given the VAR decision in the first half. But it's not going to be an easy game, but I think Spurs, anything other than a win in this game is obviously going to be a disappointment, no doubt about that. But I think it's not. I think Southampton are in good form at the moment, so I just wouldn't take this game for granted. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Spurs. I don't think it's going to be an easy game, as I said, but if anything other than a win away to 15th place Southampton. Arsenal play Man United later in the day. We have a chance to go back above United, so that'll be a positive step for us, and we need to start claiming these wins. So that's what I reckon. Let us know in the comments below. If you like our content, like and subscribe, and as always, come on you Spurs.